mention. Talk about. I was just wondering. Samsung 4K Ultra
is irresponsible. We have young men and women that are dying from drug overdoses. Many of them started with marijuana.
New York City Democrat Liz Kruger is behind this legislation. Her proposal would allow anyone over the age of 21 to buy pot. The state would in turn impose a hefty tax of $50 per ounce sold. She says that money would in turn be used to help fund re-entry programs for former prisoners as well as substance abuse programs. Officials say a pot tax could bring in more than $430 million in New York City alone.
She wants to use the tax argument. I guess we could tax cocaine and we could tax prostitution, a host of other things. That's not a very good argument. We've got to keep our kids safe.
Residents in northern Westchester had mixed reaction to the bill.
I know that it's readily available, and I think it would benefit the state if we could get some tax revenue from the sale.
I think that a lot of young people would get involved, and this would be the problem for the wrong reason.
It's too soon to know if this bill will gain any traction in Albany or if it will simply go up in smoke. One person not likely to support it is Governor Andrew Cuomo. Today, a spokesman reportedly called the bill a non-starter. We're in Yorktown. Ty Milburn, News 12.
All right, Ty, thank you for that report.
I was just wondering. Samsung 4K Ultra
is irresponsible. We have young men and women that are dying from drug overdoses. Many of them started with marijuana.
New York City Democrat Liz Kruger is behind this legislation.
And that's the guy that's part of the Republican machine, and I've just realized is behind. That's what the relationship is between the people in housing and the Republicans. You know, the mob Republicans. Because and the police, they find ways to profit off of keeping, most of it should be illegal, but the billions of dollars that California and Colorado are making, that's definitely something to look into, because just like this guy says, it is readily available.
The age of 21 to buy pot. The state would in turn impose a hefty tax of $50 per ounce sold. She says that money would in turn be used to help fund re-entry programs for former prisoners as well as substance abuse programs. Officials say a pot tax could bring in more than $430 million in New York City alone.
She wants to use the tax argument. I guess we could tax cocaine and we could tax prostitution.
Apples and oranges, Mr. Ball. But your constituents are racketeers who run that shit. Just figured it out. That's the relationship between these idiots in City Hall who they wanted to get rid of the mayor. I just realized because it's not because of the housing problem, which I'm not even sure what exactly the housing problem is, but it's the FBI raid. And I'm not sure what kind of drugs they were selling. Probably, I think it was cocaine or crack. Could have been heroin, I'm not sure. But